guys, welcome to my bedroom. I'm Bella. I hope you're doing amazing. It's been a long time since my last video, and in one of my last videos I talked about how I was so happy and so excited because I had fallen in love and I had a boyfriend. What, like 3 months later, I no longer have that boyfriend. So this isn't gonna be your typical like boo-hoo, woe is me, he was terrible. No, he was amazing. It's not gonna be an opportunity for y'all to bash me about, oh, she just wanted to be a hoe, blah, blah, blah. Actually, sometimes relationships just don't work, and I think there's actually like a rarity of that conversation in this space. You know, typically it's your cheating story or your, I don't know, like some dramatic scenario. It's very rare that there's just a disconnect, and that's kind of what happened in my relationship. So what I'm gonna do is go through the relationship real quickly, and then I do want to just add in a quick note. Like, one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to get back and have this channel is I was kind of embarrassed. All this time, you know, I've been talking about being ready for a relationship. All last year I was so ready for a relationship, and it just seems like each step of the way my behavior and or the circumstances just didn't align to what I was saying that I wanted. And then finally it did. You know, I was able to manifest something that I really felt like I wanted, and once I had it, it just wasn't right. And that was low-key embarrassing, you know? Like, I didn't want to come on here after having a relationship and love and sex YouTube channel, and my relationship and love life and sex life are all just like up in the air. Everybody that's been asking me for content, thank you so much. Like, it really is encouraging to know that y'all still watch this, but it is hard as fuck. And to be vulnerable as a person who doesn't really like to be vulnerable, it's kind of put me in a weird place where like I haven't wanted to do the channel, but I have, and that conflict has just been causing all kinds of chaos. So yay, we're here. Anyway, back to the story. Alright, so I think I might have mentioned in the video, but I may not have, this ex now was a friend. Like, friend for years, friend that I had never had any romantic interest in up until maybe the end of last year. Prior to that, we would hang out a lot. We would actually sleep in the same bed as friends. Never like touch or cuddle or kiss or anything. All that came much later and towards the end of last year. So around that time, I guess we had just kind of built up enough of a level of comfort to start kind of cuddling. And then one night we kissed, and it was low-key magical. Like, I was really happy because I think in the back of my mind, I always kind of liked this person, or at least was getting to that point. And so when he took the initiative to kiss me, I was like, oh, this is so romantic. This is all I ever wanted. I've always wanted to be with somebody who I considered a friend first, and then build a relationship from there. And so that's what we tried to do. I think like a month after that, he told me that he was actually really feeling me, and I told him the same. And so around like January, I want to say, we started trying to define what we were. So jump to February, we go on a nice little romantic road trip for Valentine's Day. It was cool. You know, it was nothing too formal. It was just really chill. We had a great time. We enjoyed each other. We sat in the car with each other for like 8 hours, and it never got weird or boring or anything. And then towards the end of the month, we decided we were going to start a relationship, like actual boyfriend-girlfriend. Honestly, wait, let me rewind that a bit. He asked to be my boyfriend, which I think was absolutely adorable, because like that's some shit you do when you're kids and you're like in that little romantic phase. So I just thought it was adorable, and I came in with parameters. I had very defined parameters, which is probably one of the first signs that said I probably didn't want to be in this relationship, in all honesty. But I came to what I thought were solid parameters to have, including, you know, if it's not working, we communicate. If anything happens, we will still try to maintain the friendship. And then one of the things that I really, really defined was the need to feel like the woman in the relationship. Like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm very gender roles. I very much subscribe to gender roles, and that's not something that I typically subscribe to just in my day-to-day. I definitely flow between masculine and feminine energy. But in a relationship, I want to feel like the woman, and I need my man to be that man, that hunter-gatherer, that like take control, put me in my place when I get out of line, and I get out of line often. Like, just be that man. Those were my like clear definitions of what it would require to be in a relationship with me, and he agreed. And so we were like, all right, bet. You know, when I filmed the video, it was very like, first couple weeks we are really happy. You know, we're trying to figure out like, what do we call each other? It's all very romantic, honeymoon stage. And then I think like weeks later, after that, we planned a vacation, like an international vacation together. And we did it. So I think, I want to say like in March, we were like, all right, we're going to go to Fiji in the end of April. Fucking end of April came like immediately. But by that time, I had already started to feel kind of distant from the relationship. And it was almost like the more I retreated, the more he gave in an effort to like reclaim that initial spark. And the more he gave, the less turned on I was, which then led to a secondary problem. Me not wanting to have sex with my boyfriend. Didn't necessarily mean I wanted to have sex with somebody else. I just didn't have like a desire, like a strong urge to have sex with my boyfriend in the same way that I did when he wasn't my boyfriend. If there's one thing I've learned in relationships, it's when you don't want to have sex with your partner, there's an issue. But determined to make this work, I really expressed it. I said, you know, I don't have that desire. Actually, again, rewind. He noticed it because I wasn't trying to have sex with him. He brought it up. He was sexually frustrated. I was too. We communicated. We were like, we're gonna make more of an effort. We tried. We tried when we were on vacation. In all honesty, like, we just didn't connect sexually, I guess, or like romantically on a deeper level like that. That's not even on a physical level, because we definitely connected on a deeper level. I never realized, and I know it sounds stupid because I have my relationships and sex YouTube channel, but like I never realized how important good sexual chemistry was in a relationship for me, because you know, it's all the other things that I want. I can get good sexual chemistry wherever. It's all the other things that are really hard to find, like that depth, that energy, that connection, that spirit, that happiness, that peace. All that's really difficult to find, for me at least. And so I found all of that without this other massive component, and it really bothered the fuck out of me, because again, this is my friend. This is somebody who, all the things on paper in photos line up so perfectly. Why doesn't this match up? And so I feel like, and maybe it was for both of us, I can only speak for myself, but I feel like at a certain point, we had all these expectations of this should work because we're friends. Why isn't it working? Why isn't this as seamless as it should be? And yeah, that sucked. So having parameters around the relationship that kind of stop it before it starts, and then not wanting to have sex with your partner. I think one last thing that really became an issue was just this like I said, I was pulling away and he was just pouring in so much more. And I think one of the things that I really struggled with, that I need to be really honest with, and I was very honest with him about, is like how I'm used to receiving love is a little warped, in all honesty, right? Like I've been in 2 open relationships, no actual in-depth relationship to that extent. And so what I register in my mind as a good relationship or fun or shit that turns me on, like it's a little skewed right now, I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a lot of self-work and self-worth things that I need to go through in order to be able to receive that depth of love. Yeah, I had to be honest with myself, because the relationship was at this place where he was pouring so much into me and I couldn't receive it. And the overpour didn't allow me to pour anything into it. And so it was just like a constant cycle that turned me off so much more to the relationship, turned me off so much to my partner, and just made me feel kind of shitty, because it really made me realize like, yo, these are all great. Like I'm sound enough to understand like these are all great things that I'm receiving from this person, but I don't want them. And that's kind of fucked up. So yeah, I don't know, I kind of went on a tangent, but I had to get that all out so that we can continue making good shit and make progress here. That really was something that was bothering me and just like starting to bottle up within me and causing me to neglect this because I didn't want to have this conversation. Hopefully somebody out there, it resonates with them and they can feel empowered to do what they need to do for the better of them and for their partner. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for coming to my bedroom once again. It's always a pleasure to have you here. If you have any questions or comments down below, please do so. If you haven't done so already, give this episode a thumbs up if you liked it, of course. If you didn't, I don't give a fuck. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, today I'm gonna leave you guys with light, love, and honesty. That's it. Bye.